Okay, so I have a question for you and also for you, Caitlin. Have you ever heard wrap your leg around the horse?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty common one,
Yep.
right? When we hear wrap our leg around the horse, what does that feel like to you, just kind of intuitively?
Like turning my feet in and then the weight goes on the outside of my foot.
Mm-hmm. And that's what happens to a lot. Some people turn the feet in, some people try to do this and like hug their foot around the horse, because when we say wrap our leg, that's what it sounds like. But if you try to do this, it's going to, one, actually make you less stable, because if Caitlin tries to wrap her leg here, it actually takes the weight off of the thigh and it puts the weight more concentrated on the outside edge of the foot, which is a really unstable place to have it. Plus, it's going to cause a lot of pain. I know when I do this, I could feel it even within a moment of demonstrating it, the pressure on especially the outside of my ankle or the outside of the foot here. So when people talk about wrapping your leg around the horse, what they're really describing is the feeling of when your leg is like a soft, dead weight around the horse. So there's so many things that we do with our leg that puts tension in it and that braces it. If you were to push your heels down and push on the stirrup, that creates tension and it takes the leg away from the horse. If you were to try to push on the outside edge, that does the same thing. If you were to lift your heel and bring your foot all the way back here, it twinges there and you're going to lose contact here. So I remember one of the old classic riding texts describes the rider's leg should be like a slab of raw meat against the saddle. And it's kind of a strange thing to visualize, but really what it's referring to is raw meat is soft muscle. It's muscle without a lot of tension. And that's the feeling that we want to have with the leg. So if you think about your leg being soft, and when we've got it in this position here, that it can be soft because it's in this alignment and there's no active pushing against the stirrup or squeezing in, do you notice the contact you have along the inside of your thigh, along your calf, and for you, even a little bit at the top of your ankle?
Yeah.
So this is the idea of a wrapped leg. It's when we've got this good contact with the leg, and exactly where you feel contact will depend on your leg and the size of your horse. So Caitlin has a really long leg for her size, but she's got a pretty round barrel. So Noelle is able to take up that leg and Caitlin still has a lot of contact. You've probably ridden some horses where the contact stops right around here, right?
That's a weird feeling.
Yes. So that can happen on a narrower horse, on a smaller horse. And for some riders that have a shorter leg, they might feel contact all the way down to the side of their heel, on the side of the foot here. So it depends exactly where you'll feel the contact on the lower leg, but you'll still, when you have this wrapped leg, feel this feeling of weight and heaviness. So your challenge is to try this the next time you ride. Play with different positions of your leg to see if you can find this feeling where you can soften all your joints and just let your leg be like raw meat in the saddle.